Hi guys, welcome back. So we're going to start off with some flexing and I'm going to talk to you guys about what we're doing. So we're going to be working on getting halfway on Kimani. Yes, bareback. I want to say this video was originally about 30 to 35 minutes long without me not editing it. So it's not something I just went out and started doing right away. If you've seen my past videos of me leaning on her and slowly getting in the stirrups and leaning halfway over and things like that, that has all prepared her for this. It's not something I'm just going out and doing. So I just wanted to show you guys me jumping around, tapping on her, flexing her, preparing her. This is how I started off since it's been a while, leaning over and tapping both sides at once. You can see her head goes up a little bit, but not really much. I take my time. There's a lot of cuts because it was just a ton of repetition, and I didn't think you guys wanted to see 30 to 35 minutes of constant repetition. So I do end up getting halfway on her and decided to call it quits halfway because I didn't want to push my luck and overwhelm her. So we're going to be doing some flexing. And then I just go back to the basics, like if she's never had anybody lean, I just lay my arm over and kind of crouch down so it puts some weight on her back. Because it has been a couple weeks, I practice bouncing. I do tons of things to act as if it was her first time if I ever did this. Now, after about 10 minutes, I did lead her around and unlock her feet. I don't want her to blow up if I were to get halfway on and spook her because she hasn't been able to move and unlock her feet. Sometimes the more that you stand there and do it and don't allow them to move, the more they can blow up because they're not being allowed to move, if that makes sense. There were a few times I leaned over and tried to get her to move and she wouldn't, so that's okay. So here I'm just making sure she's okay with my leg coming up, touching her butt. She don't care. Her head's not even flexed. Here I kind of bend my knee and put it closer to her back. She doesn't care. So by allowing them to move, it allows them to know they're okay. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't explain it. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, anyways. So, I'm tightening up my rein, making sure I got a good grip because I am bareback. Start leaning over. Again, I'm just taking it slow and acting like it's her first time ever having any of this done. Lifting my feet and dropping my feet. Lifting my feet, dropping my feet. Again, I just want her to know I'm going to go slow with her and I'm not just going to rush her just because I want to get on her. So taking your time is key. Here in a minute, we'll change angles. So here I'm on the other side leaning and I'm actually tapping her, trying to get her to move, but she just wasn't comfortable with it. So that's okay. Sorry about the angle. Sorry it's so dark. It was getting late. So here my feet are completely off the stool, if you can see that. Now they're lifted completely up, so she's holding my full body weight on her. Very proud of her. I get off kind of slow and easy. So here, my foot is all the way over, and I'm just kind of rocking it back and forth, letting her feel the rubs, just to see what she'll do. Practicing jumping up on her, because I'm kind of on the heavier side, so it's going to be kind of awkward when I get on her for the first little while until I can get back into shape. So I just want her to prepare and get used to that. I'm not drastically overweight where I'm too heavy for her or anything like that. Don't worry, I had my vet check her back and all that, so. And then here again, I'm going to allow her to move off, unlock her feet, kind of breathe for a minute. She knocks over the stool, that's fine. It doesn't have to be a very big circle, just allow them to unlock their feet a little bit. The more that you do that, not always, but sometimes it can help them not blow up. So here, I'm giving her some scratches, letting her know how great of a job she's doing. My big love bug. She's very good at yielding that butt over. Just kind of messing around, trying to get her where she's more balanced. That makes sense, make it where she's standing more even. Now, when I go to pick up the rein, you notice she lifts her head. That's not at me. There's deer on the other side of Scratchy's pen, and turkeys behind her. So here I just get my leg halfway over, and I'm standing on the stool. So I'm not completely on her, but I am technically on both sides and technically sitting on her. But I'm actually about an inch above her. I'm not actually sitting on her. I'm pretty much standing above and over her. But there's turkeys behind her and deer on the other side. So that's what her head raise was kind of about. And you see how fast she kind of snatched her head there? That's just her being a little bit worried about what was going on. So I just love on her and go back and try it again. You see she's unsure, kind of taking her head back. I just hold the pressure and go back and do this again. Notice I go slow with it this time. I'm not going to rush it because she showed me she was a little unsure about it. And that's what we end on. So I could have probably gotten fully on her, but I would rather take it a little bit slow and do this for a few days until she's got more confidence and I've got more confidence. I do want to do her first ride bareback, but we'll see what happens. But I wanted to leave this in to show you guys how good she's doing with taking off her bit. Very good, and I let her spit it out. Taking off her halter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll definitely do an update if I end up getting fully on. But if it's the same thing for the next couple days, I probably won't do an update on here. Bye, guys.